1MDB has sparked embezzlement and money laundering investigations across
one of the
at least
biggest
10
corruption
countries.
scandals the world has ever seen.
What may be the biggest financial scam in history.
A number of corrupt 1MDB officials treated this public trust as a personal bank account.
Follow us as we bring you into the courtroom where the biggest financial scandal in Malaysian history is being heard. By the Malaysian Insight, this is the Najib Razak 1MDB trial, and I'm Patrick Teo. The prosecution's 10th witness told the court today that businessman Low Taek Jho told him that 1MDB was set up for the needs of Najib. The witness also reiterated what has been repeated by prior witnesses, that instructions from Jho Low came from Najib. For the past several trial days, Najib's lawyers have argued that the witness statement of Muhammad Hazem Abdul Rahman was hearsay and it should be inadmissible. The prosecution, however, argued that the witness statement was not hearsay because it was based on his actions and experiences. After a lot of back and forth, Judge Colin Sequeira ruled that the witness statement will be admitted in its entirety. Whether or not it constitutes hearsay, the judge will make a decision at the end of the prosecution's case. This afternoon, Hazem was finally able to read his 24-page witness statement. Hazem is a middle-aged man with salt and pepper hair cropped short. He also wore black-rimmed glasses. He told the court that he joined 1MDB in August 2012 as a director and was made CEO after Sharul Haumi left. Currently, he is unemployed. The witness said he met Jho in July 2012 at the Shangri-La Hotel in Putrajaya. With him was Najib's then principal private secretary, the late Azlin Alias. At this meeting, Hazem said Jho told him 1MDB was set up to carry out strategic investments for UMNO, Najib's political party. He was also told about how Najib was involved in 1MDB. Jho, he said, told him that 1MDB was formed for the needs of Najib. Azlin, who has since passed on, also verified this at the time. Hazem said he had reservations about the job, but he took it because Najib himself signed the approval letter for him to be the COO and executive director. After assuming the role of COO in March 2013, Jho told him that he would be the next CEO of 1MDB, replacing Sharul. Hazem officially took on the role of CEO on March 15, 2013. He was also appointed as a director of a special-purpose vehicle called 1MDB Global Investments Limited that same year. Though he was CEO and director of the special-purpose vehicle, Hazem emphasized that he was never allowed to act on his own, unless with Jho Low's instructions. He was also labeled as a loyalist by Azlin, which was why he was chosen for the role. Hazem said during his tenure as CEO he had many disagreements with Jho Low, but Azlin always told him to do as asked because the fugitive businessman's instructions came from Najib himself. Azlin also told him that if he is seen to be in opposition to Najib, he would lose his job. I was told to follow the instructions, and I was unable to disagree with the PM, Hazem said. Despite being told by Jho that 1MDB was used for UMNO, Hazim said he found this skeptical. I always thought that the funds that were misappropriated would come back to the company eventually, Hazim said. Having read out 107 points out of his 284-point witness statement, the court stood down for the day. Hazim will continue reading his witness statement tomorrow. This podcast was brought to you by the Malaysian Insight. It is produced, written and mixed by Revati Subramaniam. I'm Patrick Teoh.